right, yo. So we got my man Keionte Scott.
Yeah.
We gonna get a couple questions in for him. We're gonna get a couple questions in for him. I got some questions that people written into him. I got my own questions, you know. But if you guys are in the chat, matter of fact, hold on. Let me go ahead and pop up Instagram. You on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna tell you. Never mind. We good. We good. Hold on.
To join the live?
Yeah, just to make it. I mean, it's good though. If you're on your phone, I'll just give me 1 second. Let me flip that. Uh, but if you guys are a fan of football in general, man, this is probably the number one person you got to be looking at right now. If you don't know, then you probably don't need to know. But at the end at the end of the day, right now he's number one prospect in the nation right now. Not two, one. That's a big difference. But hold on, give me a second. Oh, I should have typed that in, huh? I feel like an old man. How do I do this?
You gotta click the three lines.
No. So like, you know how like you put like the title of it.
Yeah, it's on the like so when you go to click the live on the left hand side, it's gonna be like three little lines.
Oh my gosh, son, I'm old. I'm old. This is how y'all know y'all old now, bro. When you sitting here looking at technology and you clicking random thing. Okay, all right. That's crazy. Hold on. Oh man, this is how y'all know I'm old. And bet none of y'all say nothing to me either. All right, y'all just gonna have to guess what this is about if y'all talking to me on here. All right, all right. So we just couple easy questions. Ain't gonna be like no trivia question. You know, I ain't trying to get you for $1 million or nothing like that. So, right now, so what college you at right now?
I'm at Snow College.
Snow College. So that's a junior college, right?
Yes, sir.
For the people who don't know, you know, we talking to layman's terms. You feel me? We're gonna have to condense it a little bit. You feel me? People who don't know. All right. So where you from, bro?
I'm from Las Vegas,
Las,
Nevada.
Las Vegas, Nevada. All right. That's you know that's you already know. Oh, for those of y'all who don't know, this is one of my ex athletes. I don't say ex because he's still my athlete. You feel me? But
Sure.
this is somebody who came from us. We was about to tear Nevada up, but you know Corona had other plans. But it's all right. It's all right. But I'm doing big things out here. You feel me? Uh, uh, I got Miles in here talking about can I get a hoodie like that? Yeah, you can get a hoodie like that, bro. All you gotta do is hit me, dog. You feel me?
And I hit he is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
I appreciate it. But yeah, so if you guys are in the Instagram, if you guys want to see him and talk to him or ask questions, come over to twitch.tv/simply unethical and he'll be in here. You guys can ask questions. You can see him and all that good stuff. But yeah, so one of my athletes here, um, I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of
Sure.
you, dog. It's it's a it's a surreal feeling when you go through that kind of passage, and like and tell me if I'm wrong. There were a lot of people who told you that JUCO probably wasn't the best way to go,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and I tell everybody that all the time, bro. Everybody has their own journeys. Everybody has what they need to do and how they need to develop. And you might have needed the extra time. You might have needed whatever you need to develop into what you wanted to be and to see what you wanted to see. Um, so right now, how do you feel about yourself in aspects of how you feel you're ready to? Because even though you number one going from JUCO to a D1, that's a big jump. So
Yeah.
like so how do you feel in yourself that you feel like are you ready for it? Are you ready for the challenge? You already know how we do out here. What
Yeah.
you thinking?
So the main reason I, came to Snow was because they play a nationally ranked schedule. And I was like, man, if I'm gonna go anywhere, I might as well go somewhere where I'm at least gonna be able to get a little bit of taste of, what the speed and stuff like that is gonna be like. So, I was able to come to Snow and we're flying all across the country, playing against bounce backs and, playing against guys that definitely deserve a shot to play at the D1 level. So I'm already getting that, a little taste of it. It's not a big taste, but it's little. And I definitely think I can compete with anyone in the country. So when I make this next jump, it's gonna be a show for sure.
Hey, see the confidence, bro. A radiating confidence. What you talking about? Hey, look, see, that's the kind of thing every one of y'all need to understand. Like a lot of y'all, when you see how he was able to say that without me even saying nothing. He's like, I could be anybody, bro. I don't care what you talking about. Like it's I love Keionte, bro. I love him. I love him. I swear. Just the mentality of it is amazing. And when we come down to it, so how did Snow College find you, or how did you go about going to Snow College since everything built up?
Yeah, so it was a situation where I had been in San Diego my senior year, and San Diego has a couple of junior colleges locally, and I just found myself like, all right, if I'm gonna go JUCO, I don't want to necessarily put myself in a situation where I'm gonna get distracted and stuff. So I just actually, this crazy story. I was on my visit in San Diego at the junior college to leave. We're leaving the campus, and Snow calls me. The defensive coordinator, Coach Jan, he's our defensive coordinator now, and he's like, "What's up?" So I heard you're going JUCO, and we were just chopping it up for like 20 minutes, and he was asking me what I wanted and all that stuff, and he just told me, Snow was a great opportunity for me, and he gave me a scholarship, and I committed over the phone, and I was just like, I'm gonna get out the city, put myself in an awkward situation, and man, it's turning out money.
So right now you feel like this was the best opportunity for you in that aspect of when you were offered this, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, like there's a lot of coaches, a lot of people who always tell athletes, if you ain't going D1, D2, ain't no point in doing nothing. Which obviously, as you being a living essence of that, it's not true, right? Correct?
Not true at all.
Exactly. So even like there were a couple of questions that I had to like kind of take out just because they were kind of like repeating questions. But that's exactly what a lot of people were asking was dang. So you went JUCO and you about to go D1, and everybody breaks it off as if you don't go out of high school, there's no way out after that, and it just feels like that's what they feed them, and that's what they feed them instead of just saying, hey, I don't know how to get you to this point. Like, if you don't get this point by this time, I can't help you. And that's how I feel like a lot of kids are like falling into that like hole. But I'm glad that you stuck to it, man. I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing. But so how long, for everybody who doesn't know anything about you and doesn't know your background and like that, how long have you been participating in sports, and when did you figure out that football was something that you loved and it was going to be in your life forever?
So I started playing at 6, and that wasn't my choice, but just being in the game and continuing to play every season, I kind of just fell in love with it. So I've been playing since 6 years old, and I missed one season.
Okay, there was a key word in there. You said it wasn't my choice. Whose choice was it?
My parents, for sure.
Okay. So again, that was another question that somebody asked. Like, so that'd be a person that had a big influence on what you're doing at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's exactly right there. And so it's a lot of when it comes down to it, like sometimes you'll find things that you don't really understand how it'll affect your life, and then you're like, dang, like this might be something, bro. Like hold up. Like, sure. So okay, here's another question I got from you. I think I asked Miles this, I asked Darian this. What is your favorite aspect of the position that you chose to play? Like, do you like hitting people? Like what? Like,
so I like hitting people. That's one of them, and also I just like being able to, like if a team has a good receiver, like getting that matchup and being able to win is like it's crazy. It's like that feeling, and then just dominating. Like when he gets to a point where like most receivers will just know like there's nothing they could do. Like they pulled out all their tricks and it's nothing. And just when you could feel it when they line up, they just know like, all right, I don't even know why I'm out here anymore. Like that feel.
You out here trying to frustrate people, man. Come on, Sway.
Always.
All right, just for a background, I'm gonna give y'all some of his 2020, just his freshman stats, bro. 27 tackles, 5.5 tackles for losses. That's a lot, bro. Like to be, if you really think about the aspect of that, and like how like the average of what it would be, that's a lot for those who don't know football like that. And 3 interceptions as a freshman. So as you can understand and how everything's progressing, and just coming off fresh off Corona, all that stuff like that, and even during the time, like to hear that somebody was producing those kind of numbers and doing what he was doing, that's big. So just in case y'all was confused. All right, so all right, so what right now? So you got 12. You got 12 schools right now, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna do to you what most people are doing to you right now. I'm not gonna be like, who you want to go to? What you want to do? I'm not gonna do that to you. What I'm gonna ask you is because you know how I know how we're all connected to a lot of people who are at different schools. So, are any of these schools? Okay, let me think of the best way to ask you this question.
All right.
So, are any of your decisions being swayed and matched with people who you know you would want to play with? And you know, I'm not even gonna bring up the name. I'm not even gonna bring till you answer this question. There was people that you know you would want to play with, and is that swaying any type of way toward one? Because I know you just went to Oregon. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But any way that are you swaying one way or another?
Nah. So that's the thing about like my circle and like the way I, the way the people I keep around me, like all my boys are like, you go wherever, like. Just wherever is like wherever you go, we already know what you're gonna do. But if you come here, it's gonna be that. So it's one of those situations where they're not necessarily like, oh, you gotta come here. They know like, I earned everything I got. So they're like, wherever you end up going, just do your thing. And if we see each other, we see each other. But if you come here, then we're gonna take over the world. So it's just one of those situations.
I feel you. So I know you went to Oregon this past weekend. How was that?
Man, I've been telling all these reporters and stuff, like so like since we were little, we used to get in trouble for saying we were going to Oregon because coach was like, you ain't going to no school for no uniforms. Like, you already know we are. So just, like sit there and like, pull up to the stadium and be in that stadium, put on that uniform. It's just like, it just really like hit me in the back of my head. Like you like that's crazy. Like,
because it's crazy because like for you to be told that is weird to me because I used to like the uniforms. I didn't even play football. Like I was like, bro, I want to go to Oregon, dog. Like, hold up.
Our coach was mad that he was not. You ain't going nowhere for no uniforms. You like, what are you talking about? Like,
I mean, like when it came down to it, like so, like back in the day, like DeAnthony Thomas, like I ran track with him. So it was like when he went there, like everybody kind of looked in there. And I was like, all right. I was like, but when it goes down to like that aspect and like telling somebody not about uniforms and stuff, like it was still a good program. Like it was like it's not.
Yeah.
All right, so top. I mean, I know you said because I think you had posted it. You said you was gonna go top 10. You didn't post it, but you said you was gonna put your top 10 up.
Oh yeah, we finna get right. The top 5 are gonna be out soon, like, and I mean like 2 weeks max. So,
all right, 2 weeks. So y'all got 2 weeks. Y'all gonna find out what his top 5 is.
We're gonna cut it down because I only got 3 visits left, and I'm not going nowhere where I'm not going. So we're gonna cut it down, and those 5, they're gonna get the visits, and then we're gonna see where it's at.
Hey, so check this out, right? So he just gave y'all a little bit, like to me.
And that's not even on the internet. That's from my guy Simple Speed. You know the vibes.
Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. When it comes down to it, so you're looking at. Let me think. So he just gave y'all. He said he's not going nowhere. He's not going. So if y'all really want to break this down, he gave y'all like a low key answer on the next like how many schools you went
to? 2. I only took 2 trips.
2 trips. See, man. See, if y'all want to break down some stuff, I'm gonna let y'all do the mathematics on your own. It's fine. He's went on 2 trips, Auburn and Oregon. You said you got 3 more. So all y'all gotta do is watch. If y'all smart. But anyways, like I said, there go y'all 5. If y'all can figure it out, y'all can figure it out. I think I could brainstorm a little bit. But you feel me? Like, and then like, bro, I'm so proud of you, dog. Like for real. Like I'm proud. I'm super proud of you. And I just want everybody to see like what you can accomplish if you just don't like you don't back off your goal because somebody else told you it's probably not a good idea. And there's a lot of people who will do that. And it's crazy to me that there are so many people who are willing to hinder other people's goals and what they're trying to do because either they figured because it didn't work for them or because they couldn't figure out how to do it. And there's always, and I love the phrase, more than one way to skin a cat. And it always is. And so we're going to go back into it. So when let me see. We're going to go down to during like your, I guess, going into like your, let's say junior, senior, going into that recruiting phase during that senior year, what kind of obstacles did you have to overcome mentally and like during the school year that you had to go over when you kind of weren't maybe where you wanted to be at or figure like, damn, I should be way scouted, more scouted. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, how did you feel about it?
So I just felt like it was a situation where I was bouncing around so much in high school. I wasn't just sitting in one spot. So it kind of like came back to hurt me. But at the end of the day, as a high school kid, I wasn't necessarily worried about like the rankings and the stars and stuff. I was putting it on tape every weekend. So it was just a situation where, you know, if you had stars or if you were higher than me ranked or whatever it was, I was showing you why I should have been. And it was one of the situations where, just bouncing around caught up to me. But even if I would have stayed at one school, I definitely would have had everything I had right now. And that's just something that the younger generation definitely could know. Like, don't be hopping around, and although you just got to sit it out.
Because I swear, I used to say the same. I was like Miles be like, hey, yo, Keionte in California again. Like, what? I was like, all right, okay, we'll figure this out. And I was like, okay. But, I mean, yeah, I watched you. Helix, you was at Helix. I watched it a couple of times. Like, not a super big football guy, but when one of y'all playing or one of y'all going on, I'll try to do my best to make sure I watch you guys. But when we're gonna go ahead and go into your followers' questions. I had to break some of them down because some of them were kind of the same questions, worded different. But so I threw out all the what colleges you want to go to and why and blah blah blah. So all right. So actually, you know what? One of them I actually did take. I'm gonna bring that one back. This is gonna be the top question. When you were growing up and when you came to, obviously we talked about Oregon and the uniforms and stuff, but what was the school that, and this is not by any means giving anybody any hints or saying this is where he wants to go or where he is going. Because I know how people like to read into things that aren't there. I'm telling y'all right now, whatever he says is not what is going on.
Sure.
So what was a school that you always dreamed of going to? Like, no matter what happened, you wanted to go to that school, and that's what your goal was your whole life.
Oh, you mean I was going to Alabama. You couldn't tell me anything. like I'm going to Alabama. I'm finna get in and out. I just always have my mindset on Alabama, like just like the history and everything about the program. It's basically like you playing in the NFL, you go to Alabama. It's basically like that's just how I thought about it. So my goal was always set on Alabama because you can't go lower than Alabama. Like, I mean, you can't go, like you get to Alabama and you're playing the best football. So
I got you. I literally have no arguments with that at all. So I got some. I didn't write the people's names down, so they gonna figure out if that's their question or not or whatever. So first question I got is they ask, what is your diet as a corner? And I'm assuming that they're just asking you like, what do you try to keep yourself up on, or like your diet wise, what are you eating? I don't think corner really would matter. Like, but you know.
No, I feel that. I seen that question too. I was thinking about how I was gonna answer it. To be honest with you, as a JUCO athlete, like you basically on your own with the food stuff. Like, I mean, you got the meal swipes, like, and it's a struggle. That's what I want to bring up too. But so yeah, you got the meal swipes, so you know you can go into the den and get your chicken tenders, cheeseburger, you know, the regular stuff. But on my own, I just try to eat a lot of carbs.
Yeah.
Like and I'm just trying to carb load and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think it's nothing special right now. I mean, when I get to the level I'm going, then it's gonna get crazy. But just carb loading and anything, to be honest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have no disagreements with that because I already know. Like I've sent people to JUCOs, and like everything they're giving is not it's not geared toward an athlete. It's literally geared toward everybody that's just at that school and well, y'all gonna survive. But you just gotta not overdo it. Yeah. So okay, next question. What's the largest piece of advice you got growing up?
My coach, Coach Michael, our little league coach, he used to tell us before every game. He said, it's hard to beat a man that won't quit. He used to make us yell at as little kids, and you know, growing up, you know, you just saying it. You're not really like, we just saying it because it sounded cool. But like when you look back and you think about what he was saying, like that goes to football and to life. Like it's hard to beat a man that won't quit. Like if I go and I lose all my money and I say, oh, I'm not going to quit, I'm going to go try to stack it back up, then how can you beat that person? Or even if I go give up a catch and then I don't even get mad about it, I'm just, all right, I'm going to forget it, I'm going to come back and I get an interception the next play, then that's just that mentality you have to have. It's hard to beat a man that won't quit. So I just been sticking with that the whole time. So
that's a perfect analogy for anything, to be honest. When it comes down to it, it's like there's literally no way. Like if say for the point, like fighters for instance, you beat somebody up 100 times and they're like, yo, I'm coming back, bro. Let's take Wilder for example, bro. Like my man got heart. My man got heart, dog. But you can't stop somebody. You can't stop somebody that's gonna keep getting back up, dog. Like, and you gotta have respect for him. You just can't. Like, you can't do nothing else other than that. But all right, so I mean, I already asked you that question. Technically, it was about the Oregon visit, so I already asked you that. I ain't gonna make you backtrack on that one. I don't know who this person is, but I'm gonna ask you about him. He's like, are you training with JD this season?
I think I don't even know if he meant. I don't know, but I'm training. DC this summer if he was talking about that.
Hey, I don't know what that is, but I was like, I'm gonna ask him about it.
Yeah, so I'm training with DC this summer, and then yeah.
All right. So who's your favorite DB to watch on film to study?
Jalen Ramsey for sure. Jalen, like I get my confidence from Jalen, like the way he's like confident every play, even if it's a bad play, he's still talking. Like that's the confidence you gotta have, and then just the physicality he plays with. I try to play with that same physicality. Like he's a corner. Like when you catch the ball around him, like you gonna think like, okay, you gotta know where you at because he gonna hit you, and that's what I try to do. And also just the ability he's shutting down his half of the field. So I just try to pride myself on doing that too. So I watch a lot of Jalen.
So here's a question, because I don't think a lot of people on a defense side of the ball, I don't think they really think about it. Who's a wide receiver that you like to watch to study?
So I watch a lot of Hopkins.
Okay.
He's really technical. So when you could watch the best route runner, then you could guard the best route runner.
And if you go.
Yeah, it was that.
And I honestly think that's a big piece that a lot of athletes miss. Like they're just like, oh, I gotta study my specific person. I gotta my specific position, and I think that's where a lot of them come into like a short standing. It's like, yeah, okay, if you know your position, that's fine, but you still have to guard somebody else, bro. Like you still have to be you're across from somebody else. So. And I think that was a big piece that I'm glad somebody asked that, because I was going to ask it, but I'm glad it was in the questions. But we kind of touched on this one, but you didn't. But at the same time, you did. How many stars were you in high school?
0. Out the mud.
0 out the mud. Hey, y'all, out the mud. Hey, yo, like for anybody watching this right now. So now I want all y'all to just stop looking at your stars. Just stop it. At this point, because at this point right now, if somebody just told you they was 0 stars in high school and they about to go to any D1 they basically want to go to at this point, that's how unimportant it is. Focus on what you have to do. Focus on what you're trying to accomplish, and focus on the aspects on your game. Don't worry about anything else about somebody else that looked at you and said, "Oh, I think this is what this person's worth. Oh, I think this is what this person's worth." Like, it means nothing. So, when you come down to it, here's another question. One more question. Then I'm gonna let you get on with your night, bro, because I know you have a busy. I ain't saying nothing, but what somebody kind of asked it. I'm gonna kind of mix it with my own question. Out of all the how many sports did you ever play throughout your whole life, and what sports are still sticking with you to this day that you've chosen outside of football?
So I played football, basketball, and I ran track, and that's really all I did. But one sport I definitely can say is sticking with me, and if I get the opportunity to in college, I'm going to try to do it, is track, because I'm not gonna lie, my man right here on this other side of the camera really and is a true testimony. Like, when I went to that season, that month or so I was training, transferred over to Helix, and it was a different style of play. Like, it was crazy. Like, I felt it in my body. I'm like I was lit. I was like, oh my God, I ain't never moved this fast in my life. But yeah, definitely if I get a chance to, I'm definitely gonna run track, only because I feel like it's just a positive to football. Like, it's a plus. Like, if you can run, because if you're fast, especially in my position, being fast is a plus, because you necessarily don't have to. You just got to be by someone, and your speed is going to help you. So, if someone's running a fade and I can just be right next to him the whole time, if he's not faster than me, there's not a lot of routes a receiver can win. And that's just simple. Track.
There you go, bro. See? Look, there you see. Y'all didn't even hear from me. I didn't even say it. I wasn't even going to talk about me. See, that look, there y'all go, man. But, man, I appreciate that, bro. I'm gonna let you get on with your night, dog. And I appreciate you giving me your time. And hey, just for all y'all, like I said again, you really only got 3 other schools to look out for when he posting it. If y'all haven't already seen it, go to LCA_KEI. Go follow him on Instagram. If y'all want to know them other 3, y'all can stop writing them and asking them what his thing is, because I already showed you 2. But so there you go. I appreciate you, Key, man. You enjoy your night, enjoy your time, and appreciate you giving me your time. And everybody have a beautiful, wonderful night, man. Thank you, bro.
All right, my guy.
All right, doc. Be easy.